We're at the scene of a shooting that involved 2 people. Report of 1 fatality, unconfirmed by the police. Right now, the police just, cordoned off the area around the intersection of Brook and Horton, and back a little bit further on Horton. Detectives are basically walking the scene with officers right now. We don't have any confirmed information from the police. They just started their investigation. As we get more information, we'll let you know. So Mark is talking to the detective in charge. He is part of the rapid response for the clergy. Angela, are you part of that rapid response as well?
No, I'm not ordained yet.
Are you working on that? Oh, by the way, you can probably hear it. The minister? Oh. So Mark, I got my Facebook audience here. You're part of the rapid response team. Anything that you can tell my Facebook followers?
Another tragedy for Rochelle. This is the reason why the team is forming. So we can try to make a difference in this troubled community.
Did you learn anything in addition? 2 people involved and 1 reported fatality. You heard anything more?
No,
All right, and that's unconfirmed because we don't have any police statement right now, but that's what we're hearing.
we don't know what those 2 shooting names are outside. We don't know how many people are involved. We just know that this level of violence is very disturbing. It's been an area of concern for the community and for the police. Now it's turned up. It's very sobering.
Somewhat related note, there was a media availability earlier today to interview Isa Muhammad, who was the driver of the vehicle that was pulled over prior to the shooting death of Kamal Flowers by a New Rochelle police officer. And if you saw it, actually, Tony Aiello on Channel 2 had exclusive up initially over the weekend. And then Journal News, Talk of the Sound, and News 12 had opportunities to interview Isa Muhammad. News 12 has a piece up already, so does the Journal News. I did probably a far more extensive interview than they did, because I think it's fair to say that the article so far focused on the fact that Isa Muhammad said that he didn't have any knowledge of Kamal Flowers having a gun with him that night, but he also provided a lot of information on questions that I've had in my reporting about what happened that night, but in particular what happened before the car was pulled over, and also what happened on Wednesday when Police Commissioner Schaller and Mayor Bramson had said back on June 6th that there had been an incident Wednesday where the car that Isa Muhammad was driving had been reported as a suspicious vehicle. And so he provided a lot of insight in the interview with that. But I will tell you that I'm going to be doing a much deeper story than what you saw if you saw the News 12 or Journal News or Channel 2 piece, because I also want to look at records that I got from the police department a few days ago. And also I'm supposed to be getting some more records tomorrow, and I want to combine all of that information into one bigger story. But without prejudging the reporting, let me just say that I think there's a wide gulf between some of the story that's been told by the New Rochelle Police Department and the mayor and the police commissioner and the facts. I think you're going to see that the narrative ends up changing because there's just too much information that contradicts what we were initially told on June 6th. I know some people aren't going to want to hear that, but the facts don't really line up with the initial version of events that we got. I'm not simply just taking one person's word for it, like Issa Muhammad, although I found him a very compelling interview. But there's just a lot of other information that really raises a lot of questions as to the whole idea that there was really any connection between something that happened on Wednesday and something that happened on Friday. I want to first get more information from the city and from the police before I write a story, but in any case, not obviously directly related to this, except I will mention, if you can see, there's an officer standing there, on the yellow tape line. Directly behind him is the candles and other things that were put up as a memorial to Kamal Flowers. That area has been tended to by, among other things, his brother, Henderson Clark, and it's become a bit of a point of destination in the area. When there was a Black Lives Matter rally the other day, it made it a point to come through here and stop here and so forth. So certainly no small irony that this shooting, which apparently happened down that sidewalk there, although I can't confirm that, but it seems that that's where the police were looking for shell casings, is just really a few steps away from this memorial to Kamal Flowers. So anyway, pretty terrible. So for those people, and I see now we've gone from 30 to 230 people, just another quick update as to the little that we know right now, that there was reports that 2 people were involved in a shooting. It's not clear if they were shooting each other or that they were both being shot at by somebody else, but that at least one person was struck and has been reported, but not confirmed yet, that they died. Again, we'll wait for official confirmation, which we may not get for a while. Police is still, canvassing the scene, and detectives are still talking. We probably, my guess is we probably won't get anything until tomorrow in terms of officially what happened, but we'll be keeping an eye on that. We heard 2 people involved, and we heard 1 fatality.
It's unbelievable what's going on out here, Mr. Cox, man. It's kind of crazy. What it was an outside matter. The kid who was shot came out here to see some friends, and we don't know the dynamics of what's going on. It could be some outside issues that came from another city and just happened to happen literally steps away from my brother's vigil.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. I'm disgusted. I feel disrespected. I feel insulted. And I'm outraged. I'm enraged right now.
Well, I know from talking to you before, you guys made a really an effort to kind of keep this place clean and orderly and more positive.
It's kind of crazy because you know what? You can't stop outside interference. And even though the situation that happened with the police and my brother, it's important that they protect us. It's like once that happened, it's like they left us alone and they left the feds to come and bother me. The federal agents just ran down on me literally July 1st down the street.
The federal agents?
About a Facebook post I quote unquote made, which was false. Talking about, I said something about threats towards police. I tell you straight up and down, I don't like the Rochelle police, but I never made no threats to harm them in any form or fashion. For the federal government to make a move and walk up on me.
Are they talking about the video when you went and talked to Gertjens?
I went live.
I watched it.
My feed
I watched it.
at 1 minute 13 seconds.
Oh, I saw the whole thing.
And then they leave it alone for another kid to get shot. They patrol here. They sneak through here and patrol here late at night. They come through in the daytime. That's how you know some injustice was done to my brother Kamal Flowers, because they stopped patrolling like they used to. What's up, my man?
Yeah,
How
you
are
doing,
you?
man?
All right. They stopped patrolling through here like they used to, and if they would have been patrolling like they used to, there wouldn't have been a kid shot on the block.
So what did you hear happen here? I heard two
I'm
people.
literally walking out the grill, and I had my back to everything. I hear something to a bang, which seemed to sounded like a firecracker. So I'm not paying it no mind. Then another bang. Still thinking it's the firecrackers going off. Then I heard 3 more shots. Bing, bing, bing. That's when everybody realized somebody was shooting. Then we heard another one. By the time we turned around, the corner and the block was still crowded with people. Nobody really moved that far. We saw the kid laying on the ground. That's when we automatically responded to responding to him. And we called the police. They want to ask us who did the shooting. We don't know who did the shooting. There's somebody down here.
Yes.
Get an ambulance here. 20 police pull up before the ambulance get here. How many cops need to show up before the ambulance shows up? Like, you literally, y'all target this block. Okay, we understand that. To the point where the federal government targets this block. So if you have eyes on this block, that means y'all could have responded a little bit faster.
Aren't there also cameras, live
Horrible.
feeds?
There's cameras all over the, look, there's a camera looking at us right now, Mr. Cox. There's a camera literally looking at me and you right now. You see the red light?
Yeah.
Literally right at us. So you mean to tell me you can't pick that up right away?
So the kid who was down right there?
He was down up by the store. A little bit up by the store.
Okay.
About 2-3 feet up by the store, but the shots came from the corner.
Okay.
Because that's where the sound came from.
Did you know the kid who got shot?
No, I really didn't. It's just unfortunate is that you can't even come and hang out with your friends without worrying about getting gunned down in the street. That's the thing that I want to change. I need everybody's help out there that's on your feed. I need everybody,
They're listening.
you know?
Let me see if they got
I
any.
need y'all. This is not no joke. I need y'all to come out here and I need y'all to advocate against the violence that's going on across our city. The city's crazy. It happens everywhere. Even in the quietest of neighborhoods, it happens. Crime.
So for those folks who are watching, as I see there's a few hundred of you, if you have any questions for Henderson Clark, who we're talking to now, text him and I'll ask him. But anyway, go ahead.
Hendo Clark on Facebook. Don't be afraid to talk to me or ask me what you want to ask me.
Well, he was here when it happened. He heard the shots fired. He saw the guy down.
Instead of getting a mixed up story by the police, I'll give you what you want. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. So what matters is it's another man. It doesn't matter color. Another man is down in the streets horribly. Where are these people getting these guns from? Why the police ain't doing their job and sniffing out where these people are getting these guns from?
So I'll tell you that there was a media availability for interviewing Isa Muhammad today.
Right.
And a couple of the stories are up already. I'll have my own story up soon enough. But
what bothers me, Mr. Cox, is that the national news circuits, right? They still claiming that my brother lifted a gun at a police officer. They printing all this stuff to the press. Where's the ballistics report?
did you see anything about ballistics, taser?
We're gonna open this up. We're gonna need this area for the crime scene photo. So Mr. Cox, we're gonna have to move you back. Either probably that tape or go on the other side of that tape.